Hello there to all of you humans, octopuses, airplanes and asteroids watching today. So, I thought it would be fun to continue this little beginner's guide series. Today, we will be going over the basics for Z Battlegrounds, so that if you're new, you'll have the foundation to improve. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss out on more Z Battlegrounds content in the future, and just to let me know that you want to see more content on the game in the future. Anyway, let's get into the video. So the first thing we'll do is head over to the settings in the top left corner. By default, the auto run and auto use settings are disabled. I recommend having both of these settings on if you're a new player. They help you simply concentrate on getting used to the game fundamentals rather than having to remember to double tap or select and use. So next, the combat system. The game's combat system works fairly similarly to other battleground games like The Strongest Battlegrounds, with a combo system and a dash system being prominent. In Z Battlegrounds, to use a basic attack, simply hold the left mouse button while close enough to an enemy. There are also other types of basic attacks. If you hold the spacebar while launching a basic attack, your attack will end in an uppercut, which can set up a few advanced combos. Also, if you left-click while jumping down towards an enemy, you will slam the enemy into the ground. Honestly, I can never do it, but I imagine you'll have an easier time than me in hitting it. But anyway, onto the dash system. The dash system works in a similar way to the other battleground games. There are three types of dashes in this game, those being the forward, side and back dashes. You'd use the forward dash when moving forward, the side dash when moving sideways, and the back dash when moving backwards. In my opinion, the side dash is the best dash in the game, because when used with shift lock or camera shifting, you can basically turn it into whatever dash you want, taking on many shapes. But that's a video for another time. If you're looking to practice at PvP, I strongly recommend using the 1v1 gamma mode, which as the name says, puts you against a single opponent without any outside interruptions. It also usually puts you up against an opponent of similar ranking to you, so you'll have a fairly even fight a lot of the time. The 1v1 gamma mode button can be found at the top left corner of the screen near the settings menu I showed earlier. Also, I forgot to mention it yet again, but to block in this game, you press the F button. It pretty much just blocks certain attacks that you're directly facing. Finally, we'll go over the two free-to-play characters in the game. I'm currently playing as Goku, who has 4 different attacks. The first of those attacks is his iconic Kamehameha, which is a ranged attack that you'd probably most commonly use when there's distance between yourself and an opponent. His next 2 attacks are Draconic Variant and Key Kicks, which are close combat attacks that can be especially helpful when you're trying to accumulate quick damage. And there's also the Finger Beam, which is effectively a quicker Kamehameha, but covers less ground. Then there's Jiren, who I honestly don't know much about because I don't use him, but we'll give this a go anyway. So, Jiren's first attack is the Power Impact, which is a ranged attack similarly to the Kamehameha. You typically use it when there's a distance between you and an opponent. His second attack is Fatal Impact, which is a melee attack used to create distance and potentially set up a combo. Then there's Grand Charge, which is basically a hard-hitting variant of the dash, which you'd probably use to close distance or catch an opponent off guard. And finally, there's the Supreme Impact, which is another close quarters combo attack which would be helpful to accumulate damage. But I think that's all we have to cover here. There is also a Broly character, but he's currently part of a Game Pass which I don't have, so I apologize that I wasn't able to show him. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope the video was informative enough. I am also just getting the grip of the game, so I don't know if I explained anything incorrectly or whatever. Also, if you have any tips for new players, be sure to leave them down in the comments below. I'm sure your help would be much appreciated. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video or found it helpful at all, make sure to subscribe to my channel so I know you want more Z Battlegrounds content. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Sayonara, humans.